think when I watch a horse start his work every day, or if I'm sitting on a horse and I feel him start his work every day, I get a really good idea on how he progresses and if he's progressing. There are some horses who will come out one day after another and start right where they left off. So if they made progress in the workout, you can just advance really quickly. And there are other horses you have to repeat so many times the lesson that you were trying to teach, and it takes weeks to get them to progress. I think you're lucky in that this horse is very quick to learn. Super. I really like the tempo you're starting in. Like I said yesterday, this is better than what I saw in Wellington a few weeks ago. Keep sending him on, because the whole theme with this horse is to get him in front of your leg all the time. So you might as well start now in the warm-up. And it's not like I want you to attack him, because I know he won't handle that. I just want you to keep thinking, okay, every time I turn onto a long side, I want to add more. And if that means that eventually you have to shorten your reins a little bit more again, do it. But you take your time to know what you have to do with him. I don't want you to feel like you have to rush him through his warm-up, but I do want you to feel like you have to up the energy a little bit sooner. Okay, now send him on again. Good, good, good. So you can give him the benefit of the doubt in the warm-up by leaving him long, but even when you leave him long, really work to get him out in front of your leg. Yes, exactly. Same concept we talked about in trot when you were with me in Wellington, that you can't ever have the feeling that he's hanging backward. Good. He strikes me as the type of horse that if you just leave him alone, he'll stay the same the whole time. So it's not like he's going to come out of his shell and offer to be this Tasmanian devil that we want to turn him into. So at some point you have to say, all right, come on, Taz, let's go. He's very like my horse in that. Hotmail would stay a school horse his whole life if I let him. He likes being a school horse. In fact, he never has a happier moment than when I set a student on him and say, oh, try this, and he just goes to sleep. He's getting to the point where he puts his tongue in a normal position and normalizes his mouth very quickly today. Now send him on a little bit more. Yeah, like I said, you don't have to lift his neck yet, but send him on again. Yeah, exactly. Even if it's small increments, even if you say, here we're going to do 4 steps forward, okay, we can rest. Now we're going to do 4 steps forward, okay, we can rest. He needs that constant impulse. Yeah, good. You need to be able to make him a little hotter in your warm-up. Excellent. See, now, this is a very good result because he really changed what he did with his mouth right there. Super. Good boy. Yeah, very good boy. And then, of course, you find yourself shortening your reins a little bit sooner, which is fine. As long as you don't create any backward resistance in him. Now send him on again. The whole first 10 minutes with this horse has to be, how much will you go if I ask you to? Ask him again. Yes. Come on, ask him again. Without throwing the reins at him. That's key. Good. Good. Into the contact. Yes. Then you let him relax for a circle. In fact, I would take him even lower now. Really stretch him once on the circle. Take his neck even lower. Good. Now put your leg on, send him forward, and shorten your reins so his neck comes up. So you ride him between the stretch and the normal frame. sometimes. Yeah, now send him on. So that he learns that when you send him on, his neck must come up. We talked about that too a few weeks ago. A little bit like you goose him up. There. Yeah, come on. There. Good. Good. Now let him stretch again. And the next time you ask him to come up all the way into a normal frame that you would use later on in the workout. Pat him. Good boy. Part of dealing with this horse is convincing him that when you put him in a position that's a little difficult for him, you're not going to keep him there forever. So send him on, get his neck up, and shorten rein and go, okay, now we're going to canter like a Grand Prix horse. Come on, send him on. With impulsion. With impulsion. Don't give to him too much. You're fine. You're good. Stick it through. Yeah, you're good. Stick it through. Yeah. That's getting better. That's getting better. You're almost there. Stick it through. Come on. Yeah. There you go. Good. There you go. Good boy. Now go large and send him. Go medium canter. Yeah. Very good. And back to trot. And forward in the trot. Good boy. And then you can give him a short walk break as you change rein. So he starts getting the idea that you're not going to demand too much physically from him right away, but you're going to make things much more intense than what he's used to. And send him on. Good boy. Wow, that's already so much better. Really good. Look at him now. He's like, okay, I'm going. Good. It's also going to require you getting on him with a slightly different mindset. You know, not saying, and I know you've had some trouble with him in the past, and so you've been a little bit hands-offish with him. But you get on him now and you say, okay, you get like 4 rounds on each rein, and then we go to work. So now go rising trot again. And again, he doesn't have to be in a really high frame yet, but he has to be in front of your leg. Go. Go. Yeah, cut. Go. Yeah, good, good, good. Super. Super. Like it. Love it, in fact. Yeah. And then before you start getting into it in trot too much, go on to canter and just do the same set that you did to the right, where you say, okay, I'm going to send you on, then you can stretch a little bit, then when I put you up, you have to keep going, then I'm going to put you down, and when I put you up again, you have to come all the way up. And this is crucial. He needs to learn that when you shorten your reins, he has to come up to meet the shorter contact. Excellent. Now stretch him on the circle. Keep sending him forward. Yeah, good. Pat him once now. Let him know, give him a big pat. It's like, oh, this is super, dude. And send him on. Low neck. Yep, low neck. Good. Now send him on and bump him up in the front with your seat and your leg and shorten your reins. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Excellent. Excellent. Sit into him. Sit into him so he starts to soften his own pole. Yep. Yep. A little bit more contact on the outside. Good. And then go ahead and go large and cover ground. Keep your chest high, Maria. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Excellent. Excellent. It's all good because he's really in front of your leg. So now I'm going to shut up for a minute. You keep him in front of your leg and then also try to get the feeling that you like so much. Because I can see he's sometimes arguing with you a little bit. So you really work on keeping him forward and get the feeling where you say, okay, I have him in the bridle the way I always wanted to have him in the bridle. I can't really talk you through that, so you work through it now. Nice. Really nice. Yeah. Oh yeah, very good. That's getting better and better. Is it a better feeling now? Because it looks better. Excellent. And then go back to trot. And again, really get him in front of your leg. When you have him there once, you can let him walk for a short break. Don't be wishy-washy with the rein. Be steady. Be there. You need a little bit more on your outside rein, I think. Fine. Good riding. Okay, and you can give him a breather for a second. Go to walk and let him have a short pause. Now, I'm sure that's a different warm-up than what you've been riding. But it builds on what we did before. And you took the time and did what we talked about before in Wellington. You did a super job with it. Now it's time to up the ante. Because you will change him. There might be a few painful days where you're like, Jesus, this is really work. But if he expects you to come out and ride him like that in the warm-up, he's going to start changing his whole demeanor and his whole work ethic. Because he's not against you by any means. He's just like kind of going, really? Do I have to? Really? And you have to say, yeah. You have to. When I put my leg on, you got to go. Walk is super there. The next set that I would do, give him time to walk, but the next set that I would do, I'd pick him up and make him really forward and trot again, and then I'd go rising, sitting, until he's really bounding off the ground and carrying you. Because this is going to be a really difficult horse to collect until he offers you that. Otherwise, every time you try to collect him, he just slows down. And that we don't want. You need energy. When you think of the word collect, we often forget where these words come from. What do you collect? You collect energy when you collect a horse. So if you don't have energy, impulsion and forward energy before you try to ride collection, you can't collect anything. It's not there to collect. Is there any water on the table there?
No.
Oh, look at this. I'm just making him run today. Now put him together and walk and keep him energetic. He has a little different look on his face today, by the way. He's like, holy crap. I wouldn't say he's unhappy now, though. He's looking quite...
No, I mean happier than yesterday.
Oh, right, yeah. Oh, good. Good. He actually looks quite happy today. He looks a lot fresher today than he did yesterday. Thank you so much. It's the red wine kicking in now. All right, when you're ready, go back to trot with the idea in your head that you're going to get him bouncing not only off the ground but forward off the ground, that he's